Hey everyone, it's Alex with Couch.com, and we are here with my friend Kevin.
Hey Alex, how's it going, man?
Good.
Good to see you.
Um, I have a lot of friends that ask me tons of questions when they're looking for a new couch because they know I'm in the industry, and other people that I know in the industry too, they get the same questions. Really, because no one knows where to buy a couch or how to really start that process. Or once you dip your toe in, you realize how much there's truly involved or how many decisions or little variables need to be addressed. Have you found that to be the case?
Yeah, for sure. And it's always helpful having a friend in the furniture industry when you're about to buy something. So we are very grateful.
Cool. Well, since I have a lot of these conversations, I thought it would bring a lot of value to the Couch.com community to start recording them because these are the things that everyone's going through, whether Kevin's questions or your questions or they're sort of slightly adjacent or related. It's all pretty relatable stuff. Today we're going to be talking about when the best time to buy something in the furniture industry is. But first, before we get to that, like tell us about your situation. What are you sitting on right now? This is sort of our couch.com version of who are you wearing? Like they ask at the award shows, like what are you sitting on, Ben Snyder?
I actually know the answer to that question. This is a Pottery Barn 3-piece sectional. It's microfiber upholstery, and it's got the Pierce roll arms. I actually know that term.
Yeah, there you go. There's those arms. That's sort of Pottery Barn's signature classic look forever. They sort of own the rolled arm. It's a kind of traditional style that Pottery Barn made current and continues to like find ways to make it relevant. So that being said, I know you have two kids at home and those cushions behind you look up. I don't know
Yeah,
how
man.
you
They're in
manage
bad
that.
shape. They're in bad shape. Yeah, I have a 7 and a 10-year-old, and we've had this couch for 8 years. So in the time in between, it's taken a ton of abuse, but we still love it. Our ultimate plan is to demote it, or we'll promote it to the basement. This is going to become our basement couch, and I'm sure that it'll take a lot more abuse over the next several years. So, but we're looking for something to replace it, within the next year or so.
All right, so what are you thinking you're looking for now, and how can I like help guide the situation?
So we know we're in a pretty good position. We've done a ton of research. We've talked to you in the past, and everything has sort of like led us to looking at modular sofas for our replacement. So it looks like that offers the kind of versatility that we're looking for. Part of the issue that we have with our sectional, which is shaped like an L, is we want more like prime spots. We got the one spot here on the side. What do you call this guy? um,
Case.
the Chase, right? But we probably should have gotten a U, so that we could add two of those because we're like find ourselves constantly, you know, fighting over the prime spot. So it looks like with the modular sofas, you get a lot more versatility. You can move things around a little bit, and so we are in a good spot in that, like, we have a couch right now. We're not in a rush, and we're a little bit on a budget because we just got through doing a renovation on the house, and so we want to get a good deal. And since we don't need to jump the gun, I guess we're wondering is like when is the best time to buy a couch? Like we know that there's basically on any given day a sale going on in a furniture store, and we know that on most holidays furniture stores are promoting sales, but
Right.
it's hard to kind of sift through what's real and what isn't, where are prices being inflated, um, and so that's where you come in.
Which retailers have you considered thus far?
So with modular sofas, it seems like Lovesac is at the top of that game, um, but we've looked around and we've actually asked you for some suggestions for more smaller boutique retailers. I know you mentioned Seventh Avenue was one of them, and we took a look at their site and their stuff looked great, and they had promotions going on at the time. And then there was the other one, which the name is escaping me now. What am I?
Home Reserve?
Riverside. Home Reserve. Why did I call it Riverside? Home Reserve. Yeah, we looked at that too. But again, it's like it's hard to tell the difference.
I think, yeah, I think you're looking in the right place. I'd also recommend, since it's you and your wife and maybe to some extent your kids that are sort of making this decision together, pop into a few stores that are local to you. If you can find a Lovesac shop or retail outlet near you, just like check it out just for point of reference. I think that might help, especially when there's multiple decision makers. That's usually my advice to avoid any arguments or issues down the road. You can manage your own relationship however you wish. But anyway, I think the thing is, if it's not now, and let's say you want to wait for the very best deal, the furniture industry, as I said before, is sort of dictated by the major holiday events. Why is that? It's very simple. Furniture stores and retailers want to have a great reason to give you an awesome discount. Their margins are built this way. Almost every single furniture retailer is expecting to give you a big discount. So when there's a reason to do that, they're even more apt to give you the best deal possible. They want to sell furniture. They want to keep the lights on. They want to pay their employees, especially in a slower time. And they want to win your business. So big holidays. I'm going to start from, just to give you an example or give you some examples. I'm going to start from January, calendar year and go through the end. So some of the big ones, New Year's, definitely a bigger time, not as big as some of the other larger holidays, but almost every single furniture retailer has some kind of a New Year's, New Year, New You type of a sale. And at the store that I used to run, we would work that for, the first 2 weeks of January, just to have a reason to sell furniture and to get people interested in buying furniture because everybody's looking for a deal. Next big one would be President's Day in February. So that's sort of close behind. That's a big furniture holiday. It's one of those that follows sort of like a car buying holiday. Mattresses and furniture, I always say, like it's like the big three, even though mattresses is furniture. President's Day is sort of like not a huge holiday in our American society for whatever reason, but for retail furniture, retail cars, big one. Next one after that will be all the way Memorial Day. So you notice there's like a big gap there. A lot of St. Patrick's Day sales that you see filling in the gap between those two and making, you see like clovers and pots of gold for the entire month of March, just to fill in the gap between President's Day and Memorial Day. After Memorial Day, you have July 4th. July 4th and Memorial Day are only usually 5 weeks apart. So those promotions are usually quite similar. So if there's somebody who's asking me a question like, oh, it's Memorial Day, should I hold out for something better for July 4th? Typically my answer is no. It's unlikely that the retailer is going to have something markedly better 5 weeks later than they did, for Memorial Day, because they don't want to upset the customers that just bought something 4 weeks ago and may not have even had it delivered yet. Then all of a sudden they're offering a better promotion, then the phone's ringing, can I have a retroactive discount? After July 4th, there's sort of a long summer gap until Labor Day. Labor Day is another really big one. Memorial Day and Labor Day are two of the biggest holidays. After Labor Day would be another long gap all the way to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. That is still, no matter whether it's brick and mortar or online, and especially for the online retailers, that is the biggest sale event of the year. So if you're in this general time period of like late September, early October, theoretically, yeah, if you wait 2 months, you will get the best deal of the year, almost definitively. That being said, this is a long time between early September and late November. That's almost 3 months. That furniture, everybody knows that everyone's waiting for Black Friday. Mm-hmm. So they're going to do a lot of work to promote and get out there and really make sure that they're offering daily deals or very good everyday value that doesn't make them look like a discount house. So I still think like if you wanted something quicker than, late November, early December, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The difference in price may be like, 5 to 10%. But you guys said you're not in a rush, correct?
Yeah, we have time. So yeah, we're going to wait it out and try to find the best deal possible. Yeah.
we're gonna see you first in line outside Raymore and Flanagan's throwing elbows on
That's right.
Black
Yeah,
Friday,
well,
right?
I'm ready for it for sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, and then just to sort of complete that thought, there are a lot of smaller sales events. Indigenous Peoples Day, formerly known as Columbus Day, also known in the furniture industry and retail, generally as Long Weekend.
Yep.
That's a great time to score an awesome deal in between the sort of lull period between Labor Day and Black Friday. Okay, so to wrap up, do you feel more comfortable now than before we started the conversation? I dropped a lot of knowledge on you today.
I do. I feel a lot better about it. And I think it seems in late September, and again, not being in any rush, that probably Black Friday, Cyber Monday sounds like the perfect amount of time. It gives us like a month and a half to do more research on retailers and where we want to get it. Maybe go out and look around and sit on a few couches and see how it feels. So I think that's actually probably the perfect amount of time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hopefully
Well,
I won't
come
have
back
to.
and show us a picture or a nice video once you have the new thing set up in that living room of yours.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you know me, I'm sure I'll have a ton more questions during that time. I appreciate you.